Hello viewers, welcome to my channel PMCE. In this video, in class 4, we are going to learn a new and interesting topic called estimating products. We know that products is the answer that you get in multiplication, and multiplication is one of the mathematical operations on numbers. Let us first try to understand what is estimation. Estimation is otherwise known as guessing, approximating, or calculate approximately. Estimating is an important skill for children. It will help them to determine the reasonableness of their answer. Without estimation skills, children will not be able to determine if their answer is within a reasonable range. What does this mean? When children do some calculation, they can roughly estimate and check if the answer that they have got isn't within a reasonable range. Let us try to understand what does this topic estimating the products mean. Multiplication is about finding the product. Sometimes we might want an answer that is close enough and not exact. In such situations, we can make use of the concept of estimating products. And how do you do this estimation? The product of two numbers can be estimated by rounding the numbers. Rounding the numbers is a very interesting topic and concept. I have dealt with this concept like rounding off to the nearest 10, rounding off to the nearest 100 in a separate video. The link to that video is given below in the description box and also in the iCard section. Children need to first understand the concept of rounding off of the numbers before they come into the concept of estimating products. The first type of problems that we are going to see is estimating products by rounding off to the nearest 10. Estimate the product of 57 and 42. First, we are going to find out the estimated product. What we are going to do, we are going to round off the numbers to the nearest 10. 57, when you round it off to the nearest 10, the answer will be 60 because 57 is above the midway 55. So you will round it off to the upper limit 60. The next number that we have is 42. Now we'll have to round off 42 to the nearest 10. 42 is below the midway 45. So the nearest tens to 42 is 40. After rounding off the two numbers to nearest tens, we'll have to perform the multiplication operation for 60 into 40. So the ones place you have a 0, so you can skip that step completely. So next you'll have to multiply 60 by 40 because 4 is in the tens place. Before that you'll have to add a 0 in the ones place. Now 4 into 0 is 0. 4 into 6 is 24. So 4 in the hundreds place and 2 will move to the thousands place. So 60 into 40 will give you the answer 2400. So the estimated product of 57 into 42 will be 2400. Now let us find out what is the actual product. Write down the number 57 and write 42 below it. Both of them are two-digit numbers. Begin the multiplication from the ones place. 2 into 7 is 14. 4 in the ones place and 1 will be taken as a carryover. Next, 2 into 5 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. 1 in the tens place and the another one will be moving to the hundreds place. Next, remove these calculations because now we have to multiply 57 by 40 because 4 is in the tens place. Before that, add a 0 in the ones place. 4 into 7 is 28. 8 carry over 2. 4 into 5 is 20. 20 plus 2 is 22. So 2 and next 2 will move to the thousands place. So the actual product is add the sum of these two products that you have obtained. So 4 plus 0 is 4, 1 plus 8 is 9, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2 in the thousands place can be taken and written down just like that. So the answer is 2394. See, the actual product that you have obtained is very much closer to the estimated product 2400. So the child can be confident that the answer is closer to the estimation that he has made. So this gives a confidence that the answer will be correct. Let us do the next sum. We are going to find out both the actual product and estimated product for 62 by 29. First, let us find out the estimated product. First, we have to round off 62 to the nearest 10. 62 is below the mid value 65. So when you round it off, you round it off to the lower value 60. Next, 29 is about 25. So you will round it up to the upper limit 30, which is the nearest 10 to 29. Now multiply these two. In ones place you have a 0, so no calculation is required. Add a 0 before multiplying the number by 3, which is there in the tens place. Now 3 into 0 is 0, 3 into 6 is 18, 8 in the hundreds place and 1 in the thousands place. So the answer is 1800. The estimated product is 1800. Let us do the actual product calculation and see if our estimation is correct. So write down 62 and 29 one below the other. Begin the multiplication from the ones place. 9 into 2 is 18. 8 carry over 1. 9 into 6 is 54. 54 plus 1 is 55. 5 and the other 5 will move to the hundreds place. Next add a 0 in the ones place and begin multiplying by 2, which is there in the tens place. 2 2s are 4. So next 2 into 6 is 12. 2 and the 1 will move to the thousands place. Now we'll have to add these two products. 8 plus 0 is 8. 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 2 is 7 and 1 in the thousands place, and the answer that you get is 1798. See how close our estimation has been. We estimated the product to be 1800. The actual answer that you got is 1798. The next example that we are going to see is estimate the product of 108 and 73. So here we have a 3-digit number 108. We are going to round it off to the nearest tens. So how do you do that? Here 108 is above the midway 105. So it has to be rounded off to the upper limit, and the nearest tens to 108 is 110. Next take 73 and you round it off to the nearest 10. It is below 75. So you round it down to the nearest 10, which is 70. Now we have to multiply 110 by 70. In ones place you have a 0. So you don't have to do any calculation there. Next you have to multiply 110 by 70 because 7 is there in the tens place. Add a 0 in the ones place. Begin multiplying by 7. 7 into 0 is 7. 7 ones are 7. 7 ones are 7, which will move to the thousands place. So the answer is 7700. Let us do the actual product calculation now. Write down 108. Write down its place value, ones, tens and 100. And write down 73 in the ones place and tens place. That is the reason I always write down the place value so that the numbers can be written down at their appropriate places. Begin multiplication from the ones place. 3 into 8 is 24. 4 carry over 2. 3 into 0 is 0. 0 plus 2 is 2. Next 3 into 1 is 3. Next we'll have to multiply 108 by 70 because 7 is in the tens place. So add a 0 in the ones place. Multiply by 7 now. 7 into 8 is 56. 6 carry over 5. 7 into 0 is 0. 0 plus 5 is 5. Next 7 into 1 is 7. So the answer will be obtained by adding these two products. 4 plus 0 is 4, 2 plus 6 is 8, 5 plus 3 is 8 and 7 in the thousands place. So the answer is 7884. We have arrived at a very close answer with respect to our estimation. The next type of problems that we are going to see is estimating the products by rounding off to the nearest 100. So stay with me till the end of this video as we are going to do several problems for this concept now. Estimate the product of 425 and 185. So first let us find out the estimated product. For 425 you are going to round it off to the nearest hundreds. So what you have to see now, 425 is lesser than 450, which is the midway number. So you'll have to round it down to the nearest 100, which is 400. Next take the case of 185, which is above 150. So you'll have to round it up to the nearest hundreds, which is nothing but 200. So we have to multiply 400 by 200. In ones and tens place you have zeros, so you don't have to do any calculation there. Next you're going to multiply 400 by 200 because 2 is in the hundreds place. Add a 0 in the ones place, another 0 in the tens place. Now 2 into 0 is 0, 2 into 0 is 0 which is there in the thousands place now, and 2 into 4 is 8 which is there in the 10,000s place. So the answer is 80,000. Now let us find out the actual product and see if our estimation is correct. Write down the numbers at their appropriate places. 425 by 185. 5 into 5 in the ones place is 25. 5 carry over 2. 5 into 2 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. 2 carry over 1. Next, 5 into 4 is 20. 20 plus 1 is 21. 1 and 2 will move to the thousands place. So you get 2125 when you multiply 425 by 5. The next step is to multiply 425 by 80 because 8 is there in the tens place. Before doing the multiplication, you have to add a 0 in the ones place. Now 8 into 5 is 40. 0 carry over 4. Next, 8 into 2 is 16. 16 plus 4 is 20. 0 carry over 2. Next, 8 into 4 is 32. 32 plus 2 is 34. 4 and 3 will move to the 10,000s place. Now, we have to multiply 425 by 100 because 1 is there in the hundreds place. Before that, you'll have to add a 0 in the ones place, another 0 in the tens place. Now, 1 into 5 is 5. 1 into 2 is 2. 1 into 4 is 4. Now we'll have to add all these three products. 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 4 plus 3 or 3 plus 4 is 7. So the answer that you get is 78,625. So this is somewhat closer to the estimate that we made, 80,000. So hope you understood how you round off the number to their nearest 100 and check if the actual product is almost close to the estimated product. Let us do more examples now. Estimate the product of 336 and 469. Let us first find out the estimated product. We're going to round off 336 to the nearest 100. We see that 336 is lesser than 350. That is, it is below the middle value 350. So you will round it down to the nearest 100, which is 300. Next, 469 is above 450. So we'll have to round it up to the nearest 100, which is 500. So next, we have to multiply 300 by 500. Ones and tens place is having a 0. So add 0 in the ones place, another 0 in the tens place, and multiply by 5 now. 5 into 0 is 0. 5 into 0 is 0. 5 into 3 is 15. So you get the answer to be 1,50,000. So the estimated product is 1,50,000. Let us find out the actual product and see if it is closer to our estimation. Write down the numbers one below the other because both of them are three-digit numbers, and now begin multiplication from the ones place. 9 into 6 is 54. 4 carry over 5. 9 into 3 is 27. 27 plus 5 is 32. 2 carry over 3. Next, 9 into 3 is 27. 27 plus 3 is 30. 0 and 3 will move to the thousands place. Next, you are going to multiply 336 by 60 because 6 is there in the tens place. Before that, add a 0 in the ones place and begin multiplication by 6. 6 into 6 is 36. 6 carry over 3. 6 into 3 is 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. 1 carry over 2. 6 into 3 is 18. 18 plus 2 is 20. 0 and 2 will move to the 10,000s place. Next, we are going to multiply 336 by 400 because 4 is there in the hundreds place. Now add a 0 in the ones place, another 0 in the tens place, and begin multiplication by 4. 4 into 6 is 24. 4 carry over 2. 4 into 3 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. 4 carry over 1. 4 into 3 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. 3 and 1 will move to the lakhs place. So the answer that you get is by adding all these three products now. 4 plus 0 is 4. 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 plus 0 is 8. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 3 plus 0 plus 4 is 7. 2 plus 3 is 5. And 1 in the lakhs place. So the answer that you get is 1,57,584, which is closer to our estimation, which is 1,50,000. Now let us take a very interesting case where we have to find the estimated product of 350 and 450. What is interesting here is that both these are in the middle range values. When the value is in the middle, we always round it up to the higher number. So let us first see, you're going to round up 350 to the upper limit, which is nothing but 400. And next number we have is 450. This one also you're going to round up to the upper limit because both 350 and 450 are in the mid-range value. When it is the mid-range value or above it, we always round it up to the upper limit. So 450 when rounded up to the nearest 100, you get 500. You're going to multiply 400 by 500 now. So you add a 0 in the ones place, another 0 in the tens place. 5 into 0 is 0, 5 into 0 is 0, 5 fours are 20, 0 and 2 will move to the lakhs place. So the answer that you get is 2 lakh is the estimated product. Let us now try to find out the actual product. Write down the numbers one below the other and begin multiplication from the ones place. In ones place we have a 0, so you can skip that step totally. Next you have to multiply 350 by 50 because 5 is there in the tens place. So add a 0 in the ones place. Next 5 into 0 is 0. 5 into 5 is 25. 5 carry over 2. 5 threes are 15. 15 plus 2 is 17. So 7 in the thousands place and 1 will move to the 10,000s place. Next we are going to multiply 350 by 400 because 4 is there in the hundreds place. Before that add a 0 in the ones place, another 0 in the tens place. Next 4 into 0 is 0. 4 into 5 is 20. 0 carry over 2. 4 into 3 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. 4 and 1 will move to the lakhs place. So the answer you'll be getting is by adding these two products. When you add these two products, you get the answer to be 1,57,500. But there is a vast difference between the actual product and the estimation that we made. So this is the case when the numbers that you're going to multiply are either in the middle range or above the middle range. Because when the number is in the middle value or above the middle value, we always round it up to the upper limit. So in such situations, what we have to do is we'll have to round up one number and round down the other number. Let us try that method now. So first we are going to round down 350 instead of rounding it up. So what do you get when you round down 350 to the nearest 100? You get 300. Next you're going to round up 450 to the upper range. So you'll get the answer to be same 500. So when you multiply these two, you will get the answer to be 1,50,000. So in this case, the estimated product is 1,50,000. We already did the actual product multiplication and saw that the answer is 1,57,500. This is a little bit closer to the estimated product. So this is a better way of estimation. So this is the method that we have to follow whenever the number is in the middle value or above the middle range. Then you will have to round up one number and round down the other number and do the multiplication and find out the estimated product. Let us do one more example for this type of scenario. Estimate the product of 155 and 255. So when you round up 155, you get 200. You round up 255 also, you get 300. When you multiply these two, you get the answer to be 60,000. Let us find out what is the actual product for 155 by 255. When you do the actual multiplication to find out the actual product, you get the answer to be 39,525, and there is a vast difference between this and the estimated product, which is 60,000. So we'll have to adopt our method of rounding up one of the number and rounding down one of the number. So let us try that out now. So what we are going to do now is round up 155 to 200 and round down 255 to the nearest 100 and you get 200. So when you multiply these two, you get the answer to be 40,000. And the actual product, we already saw that the answer is 39,525. And this is a very close answer to the estimated product. So hope, dear viewers, you have understood how we are doing the estimation of products. These are all the learning outcome in class 4 under the topic multiplication for the children, of which I have completed properties of multiplication. Multiply by 10, 100,000, multiply by 200, 300, up to 2000, 3000. Next, multiplying a 4-digit number by a single digit number, multiplying a 3-digit by 2-digit number, 3-digit by 3-digit number, and all these topics were covered in separate videos. And this video we saw how to do estimating products. In the upcoming video, we will be doing multiplication of money, story sums, we are applying multiplication, then mental math and multiplication worksheet. Link to each of these separate videos will be given below in the description box for your quick and easy access. Thank you for watching my video. If you like the quality of my content, give a thumbs up and do share it with your friends. And do not forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell button for regular notifications of all the new videos that I make in my channel. See you again.